The world has been captivated by the disappearance of Gabby Petito. This is what we know about the aspiring travel vlogger's life, disappearance, and her tragic death. Like a number of young women eager to share their lives with the world, Gabby Petito took to social media to share her van life lifestyle, her travel content, and her happy smile. Petito and her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, whom she had met in high school in Long Island, New York, set out on their fateful van trip in July 2021. They planned to share sights and experiences from the journey on social media through their Instagram pages and a YouTube channel called Nomadic Statik. Prior to her cross-country van life trip with Laundrie, Petito had reportedly worked as a pharmacy technician in order to put money aside for her journey. She shared on Instagram that turning her Ford van into a camper was an adventure in itself, and she couldn't wait to get out on the road. Much attention and scrutiny has been placed on Brian Laundrie and his parents since Gabby Petito's disappearance. The couple had been living at the Laundrie family home for over a year before they set out on their trip together. According to the New York Post, Laundrie's parents, Christopher and Roberta, live in a 1,448 square foot home, which also serves as the headquarters of their business, Juice Services Inc. The New York Post noted that the couple sell and repair vegetable juicers, and their son also worked in the organic juice industry. Before moving to Florida, the Laundrie family lived in Bayport, Long Island, New York, where they reportedly operated a vending machine business. The family's line of business may have impacted Petito's professional life as well, as she told police officers in Moab, Utah that she had previously worked as a nutritionist. Information about Gabby Petito came to light over time after her disappearance. One episode that emerged involved a 911 call by a concerned bystander on August 12th, who reportedly saw a domestic dispute take place between Petito and Brian Laundrie in Moab.
We drove by and the gentleman was slapping the girl.
He was slapping her?
Yes.
Petito and Laundrie were pulled over by Moab police, and the released body camera footage showed Petito crying. Despite the tension, according to Moab Police Department Chief Brett Edge, there was insufficient evidence to justify criminal charges against either Laundrie or Petito. At the time, Petito told the officers that she was suffering from anxiety, OCD, and other medical conditions. Petito also told officers that she and Laundrie had been arguing, and as such, the incident was marked as a mental or emotional break, not a domestic assault matter. On August 19th, Petito and Laundrie's YouTube channel, Nomadic Statik, posted its only video before Petito's disappearance, which has since gone on to garner well over 4.8 million views. While her Instagram remained active for a few more days, questions over the authenticity of the posts have been raised. Some believe that Brian Laundrie was posing as Petito on social media, though that hasn't been confirmed. The YouTube video, titled Van Life: Beginning Our Van Life Journey, appeared to show a happy couple traveling through the sunshine and natural beauty of the western United States while on the road. Since Petito's disappearance, many have taken to the comments section to share their thoughts on the tragedy and to send their condolences to Petito's family, with one YouTube user writing, "It's so sad she didn't get to finish out her dream of being a part of the van life community and traveling to other beautiful places she wanted to see." On September 11, 2021, Gabby Petito was officially designated a missing person. In the days since, people have been working backwards in order to put a timeline together of her last known movements and whereabouts, including her parents. Petito's mother, Nicole Schmidt, told ABC News that she last spoke to her daughter on August 25, 2021. Petito told her mom that she and Laundrie were about to head out of Utah and had the goal of reaching Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming. Schmidt tearfully recounted, "She sounded good and excited to continue her trip and excited to start her YouTube channel. She seemed okay." After their last interaction over the phone, things started to unravel. Schmidt told CBS News New York that she typically spoke to Petito 3 times a week while her daughter was out on the road, but that habit ceased after August 25th. After her disappearance, police said that the last time Petito was seen alive was when she was checking out of a hotel in Salt Lake City, Utah. According to her mom, Petito's communications took an unsettling shift before she lost contact with her completely. Nicole Schmidt reportedly received an out-of-character text from Petito's phone about her grandfather. using his first name Stan, which Schmidt said was unusual. Petito's parents heard from her phone again via text message on August 30th, with a message that read, "No service in Yosemite." After that, Petito's phone stopped communicating with her parents. In the time since, Schmidt has called into question if Petito was the one who actually sent the two messages, a suspicion that was partly used to justify a search warrant for Laundrie's property in Florida. As the case of Petito's disappearance became more publicized, people who crossed paths with the 22-year-old and her fiancé have come forward with their accounts. Miranda Baker said that she picked up Laundrie on August 29, 2021, when he was out hitchhiking alone in Wyoming, 4 days after Petito last spoke on the phone with her family members. Baker recounted that Laundrie had told her that he'd been on a solo camping trip, while his girlfriend was back at their van working on their social media output. He allegedly said that he wanted to go to Jackson, offered $200 for a ride, and got in the car. Baker informed Laundrie once he was in the car that she was en route to Jackson Hole, and he eventually left the vehicle.
He freaked out. He's like, "Nope, I need to get out right now. Pull over."
Officials have reportedly been unable to independently verify the story of Laundrie hitchhiking. Laundrie returned to Florida on September 1, 2021. He had Petito's van in his possession, but Petito herself was nowhere to be found. 10 days after Laundrie returned to Florida, Petito's family officially filed a missing persons report. Gabby's father, Joseph Petito, took to Twitter to ask for any and all information regarding his daughter's well-being, writing, "Hello world, I am Gabby Petito's dad. Please help me find her. She is missing and we need everyone else to find her. Please keep sharing and praying." While Laundrie's potential involvement in Gabby's disappearance had yet to be formally announced by authorities, the Petito family's attorney, Richard Stafford, made it clear that Laundrie was not a friend to the family. He wrote in a statement, "Every day the search for Gabby continues, the Schmidt and Petito family becomes more desperate. They are frantically searching for answers and information in their daughter's disappearance while Brian sits in the comfort of his home."
They're at the point that desperation is turning to anger.
As time went on and answers surrounding Gabby Petito's whereabouts remained unanswered, her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, was officially named a person of interest by authorities investigating the case. Laundrie announced through legal representation that he would remain silent on the topic, following the advice of his legal counsel. Laundrie's attorney, Stephen Bertolino, said in a statement, "This is understandably an extremely difficult time for both the Petito family and the Laundrie family. On the advice of counsel, the Laundrie family is remaining in the background at this juncture and will have no further comment." Bertolino explained that, due to his experience in legal proceedings, it was not surprising to him that Laundrie was the first person to be suspected of involvement in Petito's disappearance, as romantic partners are often pointed to. He also emphasized that even if Laundrie were innocent, the smartest legal move is to refuse to talk to police. As Bertolino put it, "The warning that any statement made will be used against you is true." Brian Laundrie was officially named a person of interest in the investigation on September 15, 2021. A police statement at the time asserted that Laundrie, quote, "has not made himself available to be interviewed by investigators or has provided any helpful details." Later, it emerged that Laundrie reportedly took off on September 14th, the day before he was named in the investigation. At the time of this video's production, he has not been found, and no credible reports have emerged as to his whereabouts. Days after his disappearance, Laundrie's parents told police that they hadn't seen their son since the 14th. According to their statements, Laundrie left their home with a backpack and announced that he would be going on a hike in the Carlton Reserve, not far from their house in Northport, Florida. Laundrie has been officially reported missing by his family members, but many observers of the case have a different description for him. The Petito family lawyer noted at the time, "All of Gabby's family want the world to know that Brian is not missing, he is hiding. Gabby is missing." Gabby Petito's remains were found in Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming on September 19th.
Earlier today, human remains were discovered, consistent with the description of Gabrielle "Gabby" Petito.
The remains were found on the eastern terrain of the park, in an area that Petito's family said was her next destination that they were aware of. The specific site in which Petito's supposed remains were found was the Spread Creek Dispersed Camping Area, located in the Bridger-Teton National Forest. The remains were transported to Teton County Coroner's Office. Additional forensic examinations were then made to confirm Petito's identity and to investigate the manner in which she died. Further details surrounding Petito's death were not immediately released, pending the final autopsy's results, but her death was ruled a homicide. When the news broke that a body was found, her father took to Twitter with a simple message: "She touched the world." Michael Schneider, a special FBI agent in charge in Denver, announced in a statement at the time that any and all individuals involved in Petito's death would be investigated. The statement read in part, "The FBI and our partners remain dedicated to ensuring anyone responsible for or complicit in Ms. Petito's death is held accountable for their actions." Schneider also urged anyone with information about Brian Laundrie's whereabouts to come forward. As of the production of this video, Brian Laundrie, the sole publicly known person of interest in Gabby Petito's disappearance and murder, is unaccounted for. His parents have maintained that they haven't seen him since September 14th, and police are conducting a vast search for him in the Florida area. Specifically, authorities are searching for Laundrie in the Carlton Reserve, which is made up of 25,000 acres of natural reserve land. Investigators are even employing underwater recovery teams to locate him. Police are also utilizing drones to capture video surveillance and are using the scent from some of Laundrie's clothes so bloodhounds can hopefully guide them to his whereabouts. Police said of the search in a statement, "Please be aware, the Carlton Reserve is a vast and unforgiving location at times. It is currently waist-deep in water in many areas. This is dangerous work for the search crews, as they are wading through gator and snake-infested swamps and flooded hiking and biking trails." So why has Laundrie evaded police thus far? CNN noted that he's not only had a multiple-day head start, but he has also not been charged with any crime. Northport Police spokesman Josh Taylor said, "Laundrie is not a suspect in a crime. We think he is likely one of the last people to see Gabby Petito alive, and for that reason, he's a very important witness." Other commentators have noted the possibility that Laundrie isn't in the reserve at all, and that with an ample head start, he could be anywhere in the country or beyond. Only time will tell how the case will be resolved, and if justice for Gabby Petito will be served. If you or anyone you know has information regarding Gabby Petito's death or Brian Laundrie's whereabouts, the FBI is encouraging people to call its tip line at 1-800-CALL-FBI. That's 1-800-225-5324.